Hey, welcome into another episode of the Seahawker Show with your host, Todd Fox, as we preview the Week 7 matchup with the Arizona Cardinals. It's been flexed to Sunday Night Football thanks to some COVID issues with the Buccaneers and the Raiders. But before we get to all the details and everything, the breakdown of what's good and bad for the Seahawks and who's in, who's out, please like and subscribe. Tell another Seahawk fan, kind of like if you like the video, if you like my breakdowns, kind of like spread the word. It helps just getting this show off the ground. So thank you so much, 12s. But with all that being said, the business out of the way, the Seahawks come into this one 5-0 and 4-2 ahead of the Arizona Cardinals. 4-2 Arizona Cardinals, and we go to Arizona in a place where realistically we've had a good time playing them in Arizona, but we always get into some dogfights because they like to blitz the hell out of the quarterback. And Wilson's had to run for his life. There's been spectacular runs by Lynch in the past and great catches by Doug Baldwin and things like that. And Lockett's gone off. So you have a whole new cast of characters for both sides over the years. And to tell you the truth, since the Arizona Cardinals and Seahawks have been in this division, it's been dogfights. They've had their runs where they win a few games here, both teams, and then the other team loses a few games. So it's been pretty even, and the record overall is 21 wins for the Seahawks, 20 losses for the Arizona Cardinals, and one tie between the two clubs. So that's as even as it freaking gets. The other thing about this game, too, is that the Cardinals coming off 2 wins after losing 2. They played 2 mediocre teams, being the Jets and the Cowboys. The Seahawks coming off the big, comeback win, and they just held on again against the Minnesota Vikings a couple weeks ago on Sunday Night Football. Look, Seattle's 5-0, but everyone's been complaining about their defense. Everyone's been trying to say, they've got warts here, they got warts there. They're winning despite this, they're winning despite that. But we all know that they've opened up the playbook. They've let Russell Wilson cook. That's been the favorite word by the or favorite saying by the 12s out there. And the run game suffered a bit. They haven't been able to run the ball effectively like they did last year, but I'm kind of liking this passing a lot. I think it will open up the run game. I'm predicting this will be the first 100-yard rush game for Carson this year. He hasn't had one yet. He's come close a couple times, but no 100 yards. But I think he gets it this game. And I'll break down why I think, what the score will be and things of that nature. But this one's going to be a dogfight. It always is. And the Arizona Cardinals give us troubles. It seems like we split with them every year. We play them twice. And, they're always the Achilles heel. Because I feel very confident this year when the Seahawks do play the Cardinals or the 49ers in a couple weeks. And the same with the Rams. I'm not buying the Rams at all. They're fool's gold to me. The Cardinals are, I think, the tougher team between the three, actually. So we'll get into this. Let's show you some highlights on and see what you guys think, and try to break down these highlights from the Jets and Cowboys games, which the Cardinals participated in, obviously, and got wins. I'll show you what they did right and what they did wrong and how we can expose them, and unfortunately how they can expose us. But before I do, real quick, Jamal Adams, if you haven't heard, is out. So that's going to be, again, we're with our best safety out there. So, again, the corners are going to have to step up. We're going to need a pass rush. So, let's show you what happens here. Some of these highlights here. Obviously, Seahawks in Arizona. This is Kyler Murray right here, and this is what he could do. I'm going to show you a few things from their opening drive against the Jets 2 weeks ago. This is what we can't allow to happen.
Cardinals trying to snap a 2-game losing skid, and Murray will run big, opening up the middle for Kyler Murray. And
this guy rushes at least about, I'd say, but 9 to 12 times a game, and he'll do design runs like that. Now, the coach for, he's a Sean McVay type dude, disciple, and he has trickeration all through this playbook, and he's going to challenge the Seahawks' speed, and he's going to challenge the Seahawks' reaction time. And this is one that they're going to have to watch. I mean, they'll line up with 4 receivers and a running back, and he just takes off. And he's super quick. He's faster. He's not a lot, but he is faster than Russell Wilson.
Tripped up at the 41-yard line by Brian Poole. Play action on first down for Murray.
Now you see that how far the Jets. That's what scares me. If Flowers is playing out there, He likes to play 10 to 15 yards off the ball, and this is what happens when they run the play action. Look, he's already made the catch, this receiver, and the defender's still barely looking at him, and there's still a 4-yard gap between the two. So that's what scares me if I'm a Seahawk fan, is that, if we're up there trying to spy Kyler Murray and then he's running these play fakes, and you got a guy like Trey Flowers who likes to play off, those passes right there, the comebacks and the slants are going to be freaking open all day.
Open is Kirk again, and Christian Kirk into Jets territory. 2nd and 7. That was Isabella in motion. Murray will check down to him, and now Andy Isabella to the side.
Why I showed that clip is because Kyler Murray will buy some time, and if the pocket does collapse, he'll find an out. And just like Russell Wilson.
Line tiptoes out near a first down. The work in progress early in the season. It continues now. They're still learning each other, both as a head coach and a quarterback. Delayed handoff, and Chase Edmonds off to the races. And Edmonds into the end zone for an Arizona.
And so if you overcommit on the pass, they could do that too. So Chase Edmonds running it in right here. And then here's what you could do to kind of stop him in a way.
Kyler Murray, 4-man rush. Pressure coming, and he's sacked.
Pressure. Now, when you do get a hand on him, he does go down pretty easy. So he's not one of these quarterbacks that, he's not like a Big Ben, nothing like that, where even Russell Wilson can shake off a defender every now and then. If you hit him, he's going to go down. But you got to hit him clean, and you got to wrap him up, because he's not that he's, you just got to put two hands on him because he's so damn elusive. He's way more elusive in my mind than Russell Wilson. He's got, like I said, he's really fast. I'll show you another highlight where he just it looks like he's playing against high school kids. But that's later down. But see, you need pressure up the middle, and you got to keep this dude in the pocket. He's just a lot like Lamar Jackson too. You let him go outside, scramble, buy time, he will kill you.
How about it? And it's so far into this game.
Now here's what you could do if you're the Seahawks against that defense. Now see right here, they have 8 guys or 9 guys in the box. The Cardinals do this crap a lot, and it is so annoying. You can go to Bruce Arians when he was their coach. You can go all the way back. I'm forgetting the guy that used to say, we let them off the hook. We know who they are and let them off the hook. He passed away. Coach for the Cardinals and the Vikings back in the day. I forget his name. Anyway, the reason why I bring that up is Arizona forever has always blitzed, no matter who is their coach. And they over blitz. They're like the Steelers. They like to just blitz all the time. Now, they got 9 guys in the freaking box right here, 1 safety up there, and they have a badass safety, which is Budda Baker. And Budda Baker's a great playmaker, but this play, if you got everyone, you got Budda Baker and Kilpatrick, which are 2 good players, and Peterson. So they do have some secondary help. Their pass rush is kind of iffy at times. Linebackers are very iffy, but their secondary is pretty good. But see, here's where you can beat them, and that's over the top. And if they're going to let Russell Wilson cook, these plays could be available all day.
They vastly improved on all 3.
Doesn't that look familiar?
Play action. Crowder wide open, and Crowder with room to run.
My thing is, why was a tight end so far down there covering Crowder? Crowder's easily their best receiver. But that play where Flacco rolled out on the play action, Seattle runs that all the time with Russell Wilson. So if that's there, over-the-top plays should be open in Arizona. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just saying they should be.
Caught from behind by Jordan Hicks as Crowder takes it inside the 25 to the 22 of Arizona. Second.
Now here's what you got to watch with Budda Baker. Now if you see this play right here, Cardinals again. If this is a straight play action, this may have a chance to work, but because they got cute with the play right here, Budda Baker he's a smart player, and he's gonna fizzle this play out. But the Cardinals will stack the box, and they stack the box here, challenging the Jets, and this is what happens.
Here's Smith. He wants to throw, and he's dropped instead by Budda Baker.
That's like a 12-yard loss, man. So those kind of trick plays, if the blitz is right and you have a smart player like Budda Baker, he's going to sniff it out. He's not going to fall for the original pitch, so it's just going to be an easy loss. So you got to keep tabs on where that dude's at all times Sunday night.
All the way back at the 35.
And then here's what Kyler Murray can do too. You think that he does these play actions to maybe like throw over the middle and all this other stuff. Look right here what the Jets are doing in the middle of this play. They're rushing 4, and you have a corner here, and you have 2 linebackers, pretty much one's watching the tight end and one's spying Kyler Murray. The other corner has to play up close to watch the other tight end, or I think that's I think it's a tight end, or one's a receiver. Anyway, the point is you have to play up because you never know. Kyler can take off. So if he sees this and he's got one-on-one to the outside, he's going to do this.
Murray looking deep for DeAndre Hopkins on the sideline, and DeAndre Hopkins adjusting his body.
And that's not even the greatest throw. I mean, look, he's got an arm. I will give him that. And he's misfired on some. I watched the Carolina game. I watched a few other games of the Cardinals just to scout them out a little bit. And there's a douchebag, Hines Ward. I can't stand that guy. Ever since he'd always smile with the Steelers. Oh, I hate the Steelers. Anyway, yeah, look, Hopkins can get open. And he will get open. And that was not even the greatest pass. He adjusts. I mean, the dude is a beast. Hopkins is going to be a problem. So hopefully Shaquem Griffin's on him most of the time and he can kind of shut him down. We'll see what happens. But I'm not too worried about Fitzgerald. He's up there now. He's mostly just like a third down receiver now. He's not even that type of dude anymore. But Hopkins is the guy we got to watch. So then this is the Cowboys game. I'll show you a couple highlights from here, what they did right. And again, here, watch Kyler Murray right here. Shotgun formation, double tight ends, 2 receivers, and a running back in the pistol formation. So this is a pistol formation. Dallas brings up all their guys to the line, and they still, watch, they actually protect. The reason why I'm showing this play is they actually play a good defense on this particular play. But Kyler's so fast, he still gets positive yards. This should be a loss of yards.
Possession 2 for Kyler Murray and the Cardinals from their own 24. Murray will.
I mean, it doesn't look like a lot in the stat box, but it could be like a 2-3 yard loss, and he turns it into a 4-yard gain. So, I mean, that's on first down. I mean, from 2nd and 14 to 2nd and 6, that's a big difference.
Tampa. Out to the 30. Leighton Vander Esch running him out of bounds.
Vander Esch, by the way, got a concussion just chasing him. I mean, that guy is the most injury-prone dude ever. Could have been a star with his whole wolf chant. Anyway, here's another play.
Kyler to throw for it.
Why I showed you that one is a quick play action to the running back, and it doesn't, again, look like a lot. But on 3rd and 2, they throw and just get enough for the first down. They will throw these quick outs and quick little comebackers.
And able to complete to Terrell Daniels, his tight end. And he's got the first down yardage.
Again, quick slant.
Again, it's Larry Fitzgerald.
Possession receiver Fitzgerald.
On 1st and 10. Murray looks like a design quarterback draw.
Now, you see how he holds the ball? That's my only knock on Kyler Murray as far as a quarterback. He's made advances, and now this is his 2nd year. But again, that's a design play, and he gets out, but he's holding the ball out like this, and down like one-handed. I mean, I've only seen him stripped once like that when he did that. He should be getting stripped more, but the thing is he's just so damn fast. It's hard to catch up to him. Now, the corner stripped the ball as he's out of bounds. But that's, to me, he is a turnover machine when you can get him in. If you're hitting Kyler Murray, I've seen it, he will fumble. And he will throw errant passes. He's done it against some bad teams. And think about it. The Cardinals have already played the Jets, Cowboys without Dak. They've played Washington. So they've gotten some cupcakes already. And they've lost to a team like Arizona and Detroit, which they should have beat. So realistically, the Cardinals could be 6-0. They've had a cupcake schedule to start the season. We're honestly their hardest opponent so far they've played.
Got some more yardage into Dallas territory and knocked out at the Cowboys 40, a pickup of 13.
Athlete
And so here's another play right here.
in the league playing defensive end.
Here's Murray, shot for Isabella.
I showed that one because they will chuck it deep. Now that play didn't work, but because I think the receiver ran the wrong route. Now here's where again the Cardinals use their defensive speed to their advantage. The Cardinals have never really had a stifling defense or an LOB type defense. So what they do is they use their speed to their advantage. So even right here, it looks like they're not going to blitz. And they have like the linebackers kind of spread out. They're kind of watching any kind of crossing patterns or out patterns. So they're trying to watch that first down. It's 3rd and 11. Now now right here, it's the left tackle's responsibility to call out the blitz, and you can kind of see that one guy's going to come in on the edge, and another is going to come in on the edge right here. Zeke's got to pick this dude up. Nobody picks up that linebacker right here, and that's a miscommunication. And unfortunately, what happened in the Vikings game, Brown, for our left tackle, he missed a couple of those assignments, and I don't want something like this to happen to Russ.
Pressure underneath. Got out of there amazingly, or else it would have been a safety. It's Dennis.
Yeah, see, that shouldn't even been that close. No one even touched him. So here goes the Cardinals again. Again.
Trying to make some moves, and he just gets to the sticks.
Again, you had him. You had position. The Cowboys had position. I'm not saying – I mean, look, this dude's fast. And the linebacker had position on Kyler Murray. He had him stuffed at least at the line of scrimmage or for like a yard or two gain, and he still gets the first down. That's frustrating as hell to a defense. Bobby Wagner, now we got Kendricks back. I don't know if Kendricks is going to be playing this week, but Wags and KJ Wright are going to have their freaking hands full this week. This is going to be a game which is going to test everybody's fortitude, because I'm telling you, this is going to be, like, at least defensively, I'm glad we had 2 weeks to pregame for this, or not pregame, but to prepare for the Cardinals, because this one's going to be deadly as far as defensively. Our defense is going to show what they're made of this week. I had too many different sayings I wanted to say, so I should have just said that.
See where they spot him. Yes, they're going to give it to him. Wow. Off the play fake. Murray trying to zip one in there. It is caught by Hopkins.
Again, Dallas played good coverage right there. They stuck with the receiver, watched Hopkins like crazy. But again, he could have went down the field. Now, here's the reason why I show you that too, is there was another receiver. I couldn't get the angle. There was actually two receivers that were open up on the top side. One was a tight end, one was a receiver on the play fake. Now, the most covered dudes is Hopkins, and you saw how close it got to being knocked down, and he got popped, and the defenders were there. The reason why I show you that play is Kyler Murray does throw the ball a lot more to Hopkins, and the reason why, Hopkins is a diva. And so if he's not getting the ball, he'll request it, and he'll get in your ear and chirp, and that's why the guys in Texas didn't like him too much. They shouldn't have gotten rid of him, but that's how diva receivers are, and he's a super diva. So the reason why, again, I'm showing you this is he's tried to force the ball a few times this year to Hopkins and has been picked. So when you get the opportunity to make a play on the ball, especially when you got good coverage and he's just trying to force it in there, make a freaking play, because it will pay off. See that? Look at that.
Kyler going to keep it and get the corner.
That is like the nakedest of naked bootlegs right there. And that dude like just faked it real quick and boom, it was around the corner. That's super quick. That's almost undefensible, because the fact that you're watching so many other players on the field at that particular time, and you're trying to keep him in the pocket, and then when he does a good play fake like that and gets around, it's almost unfair. But that's, again, what he could do.
First down, Arizona.
I'm not saying he's going to do that against the Seahawks. I'm just saying. And then right here, there's another one of those quirky plays, gimmicky things. You know, the Niners do this crap too. They bring a receiver in motion, and then they pitch. And we've done it too. You know, this whole division does the same kind of offense in a way, because you know it's a copycat league. Every team does it in our division. They run the slot receiver this way. You got the pistol formation where the running back kind of fakes like he's going to get the ball. Kyler Murray actually fakes like he's going to actually take it, but then he just taps it just to give the ball to, and this counts as a touchdown pass for whatever reason. It's not a run.
Just outside the 5. Flip it to Christian Kirk. Got the angle and got the touchdown.
So if you got the angle, that's all day, dude. Here they are on defense. And see, again, here's what they do right here. You give the Cardinals any kind of lead, I mean any kind of league, and they're going to do stuff like this. And sometimes they don't even blitz. But if you got a bunch formation, that's going to bring the Cardinals all their dudes up here, and then you got to watch and check for who's coming in. Then look who comes in and who doesn't, and that's what's confusing to an offensive line.
On this side with Buda Baker. Here comes the pressure. It's picked up by Pollard. Dalton throws and completes.
And if you notice, they actually picked that one up.
Clock spinning under 40.
This one, not so much.
Dalton throwing away from it. It's Wilson again.
So if the Cardinals are blitzing, you got to pick it up. If they're running those stunts where you don't know who's coming in, you got to pick it up. And so on 2 consecutive plays, and he realized the blitz, he got it out of there. So that's Andy Dalton. We got Russell Wilson, far more athletic and far smarter quarterback than Dalton, obviously. So I'm pretty confident he could pick up on these blitzes.
First and goal from the 9. Dalton feels the pressure.
And that's a 4-man rush. That's just holding on the ball too much.
Sure, now he'll feel it even more. Sacked at the 13.
And then just capitalize.
Rushing for it. Dalton steps and fires, and it's off the finger.
Seahawks have got to capitalize. And the reason that's why I show it. That's a pass that should have been caught for a touchdown. And the Seahawks cannot let plays like that get away. Because right there, that was a 3rd and goal. And again, that's Dallas. So our receivers I trust a lot more than Dallas receivers, even though CeeDee Lamb's pretty good.
Tips of Kyler Murray's played like that tonight.
And then here's a play right here where Dallas tries to come with a little extra pressure. This guy right here is going to come in, the linebacker, the D tackle or defensive end is going to come over and cover the running back. And then this is just the speed of Hopkins.
Here's Murray, got some pressure, great patience. There's the hook up to Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins down the sideline, turning people around, and he'll be penalty.
And that's what they like to do too. A lot of rub routes. So hopefully they can get a legal rub, and then, it'll be offensive pass interference. Now here's some Seahawk highlights. Again, we haven't seen this in 2 weeks. This is Kirk Cousins. He's nowhere close to Kyler Murray's athletic ability, so I don't think I'm comparing the two at all. But when you get him in the pocket, like if Murray sometimes stands in the pocket despite his height differential to the lineman, you can get him to try to go back a little too far and then come up, and then that's when you got to make the tackle.
On the Vikings tonight, they empty the backfield here. And Cousins under pressure is able to escape, but not for long.
Yeah, that's not the speed. And then right here, I'm showing this play because if you have him in 3rd and long, make Kyler Murray check it down. Don't give him an easy first down like with a over the middle. Right here, the Seahawks defense, I think, is playing perfect. I didn't like the play on the last video because I felt that they gave up too many yards because this is a different situation. So this is a 3rd and 17 right here, and they're just trying to get in field goal range. But right here, the Seahawks, I like this defense if it is a 3rd and 15 on their side because you don't want to give up a first down. Seattle's kind of notorious for giving up 3rd and longs. So force them to check down.
17. Cousins is going to dump it off underneath. Here's Cook. And Cook will get them into there's no such.
And then right here is just simple plays. If it's not there and this is the Cardinals defense and they're kind of putting pressure, dump it off to Carson.
This thing is 110 yards as far as we know. That's from Canada. This is Carson making the catch.
Carson's a very underrated running back in this league. A lot of people don't think of him as a power running back or a guy who can catch out of the backfield. He can do both. And he's caught in a lot of touchdowns in his career. You could look up his numbers. I mean, I don't have them on me right now, but there's several games where he makes touchdowns through the air if he's not getting them on the ground. And then here's just the other plays. Just get your damn tight ends involved in this game.
Coaches that start 0-5 find that out pretty quickly.
Sometimes it means not for long. That catch is made along the sideline here by Greg Olsen, so they get the tight end in.
By the way, Jacob Hollister's on the freaking trading block. That kind of sucks. I like that dude, but it's kind of hard when you got Greg Olsen and you got Will Dissly, and they're actually not playing. They're actually playing and not hurt. So
the action, yeah, it's the spark you hate to see, but it's reality. Wilson now fires, and that will be pulled in by Will Dissly. for the touchdown.
It's so quiet, huh? Like, I can't get over that whole COVID crap and not having fans. They got to let fans back at some point. But anyway, I show those because you got to get the tight ends involved. Against Arizona, the more options, if you're just focusing on the receivers and the running backs, they will they will look away from the tight ends. And then if you're one-dimensional, so Wilson's just got to spread the ball against Cardinals. Cardinals will get super aggressive.
It's in that draft here.
For sure. 2nd and 9.
And here's the other key guy. Last 2 weeks or last 2 games, the Seahawks, for whatever reason, either they're not going to or he's just not getting open. I don't think he's just not getting open. I think Tyler Lockett has just been, when he is open, Russell's had to throw or not look his way because he's trying to escape or something. But you got to get Lockett involved. He's had 2 bad weeks, and I'm not just talking about like fantasy-wise. He's gotten under 50 yards 2 weeks in a row, and that's just not Lockett numbers.
Wilson comes back the other way.
Because you could do that.
Green Lockett. Tyler Lockett.
He's super speedy. And here he is again. Here's the kind of plays you can do. If Wilson buys time.
Wilson this time. Time again. Look out as he spins away. Keeps his eyes downfield. That's going to be caught.
And then right here, last highlight I'm going to show you.
4-man front.
Look at this slant right here. Because, look, the league said DK can't do this. We all know he could run sprints and go deep and just run those out routes. But no one gave him credit for doing this.
They rush 4, 7 back. That pass is caught and taking it to the.
And that's what he can do. And he could make running play or, cut in on slants, and he can make the safety. He could punish the safeties. The guy's a beast. We all know that. And he could block good too. So basically in this game, I showed you what the Cardinals do really good. Again, granted, it's against bad teams, but the Seahawks running game, at least up until he played the Vikings, was solid. Run defense, I should say. Sorry, their passing defense has been poor, but I gotta think with 2 weeks to prep for the Arizona Cardinals and knowing what they got, knowing how they show their offense, knowing them in general, this game's gonna be a back and forth shootout in my opinion because I just feel that the Seahawks and Cardinals, when it's the whole stupid cliche when the division teams play each other, you could throw the records out, and it's kind of true. It's going to be, because it's not a season where I'm predicting like the same, like a rout or nothing, even when they play the Niners and the Rams. I think those are going to be kind of tight at times. Maybe they'll pull away in one of them, but this one definitely being in Arizona, they'll have some fans there. It's not the normal situation, obviously. I mean, it would be a lot more louder, and there would be a lot more Seahawk fans there. So you got to think about that too. The 12s really traveled to Arizona, being that close. But in this game, I'm predicting the Seahawks to win 31-28. It's going to be kind of close, and it's going to be kind of nerve-wracking again. I'm predicting the Seahawks will take advantage of the air game and limit the sacks. I think offensively they might start a little slow, but they can't start like they did slow against Minnesota. If you're going to start slow on the first drive or two, okay, fine, whatever. I hate that. But don't let the Cardinals dictate the time like the Vikings did. I think they've learned from that. And then take your shots when you get them, man. Absolutely take your shots. You can beat this defense over the top. So they like to blitz a lot. That's a lot of man-to-man coverage, so it's either going to be Lockett or it's going to be DK going deep. So that's my predictions. Hopefully the Seahawks hold me to that and they can win 31-28 because that would be great if we're 6-0 going up against the Niners the following week. So that's my video. If you like it, please like and subscribe again. Tell a friend. Tell whoever. Like I said, I'm just trying to get subscribers, and hopefully you guys like this, and hopefully I did a good job. So love you guys that have been messaging or what do you call it, leaving their feedback. Please continue to do so. I love that, and any kind of criticism, throw it my way. I'm thick-skinned, so yeah, I put on like 20 pounds, so I'm really thick-skinned. So go Hawks. Let's do this. Sunday Night Football, everybody. Go Hawks.